Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine today. Today I have come forward with a new class. That is the last part of the chapter metals and non-metals. Students, in my previous class, hope you all have understood well. As I have said in my last class that if you have any doubts or queries related to any of the topics that I discussed, please have a talk. But I didn't get any code. So I hope that you all have understood well. So today I'm going to start the last part of the chapter, that is chemical behaviors of metals. Students, you all know that all the metals they are reactive in different ways. That means all metals are not same. So their reactivity series is also different. But today we are going to discuss the chemical behaviors of non-metals. All the non-metals, they are not reactive at all. If we talk about non-metals, when we come to react with other non-metals, they do not react, they hardly react. But most of the non-metals, they react with other metals other than the non-metals. For example, we know chlorine. Chlorine, as it is a non-metal, it acts on sodium, forming sodium chloride. So, sodium and chlorine both are two different things. One is metal and one is non-metal. So, when sodium comes in combination with chlorine, it reacts well and it forms sodium chloride. Likewise, sodium, when it comes in combination with oxygen, it reacts very well and it forms sodium oxide. Likewise, we are going to learn many different reactions of these non-metals. For example, action of gear. That means when these non-metals comes with the combination with gear, what happens? What takes place? For example, phosphorus, as you know, is a non-metal, has many varieties. That means phosphorus are of different colors like white, red, black and all. But except white phosphorus, what happens do not react with air at room temperature. But all the other phosphorus which is of red, black, they react with other non-metals with the action of air. While phosphorus burns in air at ordinary temperatures to form its oxides. When it comes in exposed to air, what happens? It burns in air, okay, at ordinary temperatures, forming the oxides. For example, phosphorus oxide, you can say. It burns in air, and that is why it is always stored under kerosene. As this white phosphorus, when it comes in exposed to air under ordinary temperatures, always burns. So it is always stored under water. Hydrogen, when lighted in air, burns with a pop to form water. Again, this hydrogen, as you know, is another non-metal. Okay, when it is lightened in air, what happens? It burns with a pop to form water. For example, 2H, two molecules of hydrogen, when it burns with two atoms of oxygen, when it comes in reaction with two atoms of oxygen, it forms water, that is 2H2O. Likewise, we find different actions of non-metals in air. Now, the second one we have is action on water. When the non-metals comes in reaction with water, what happens? Non-metals do not react with water. However, chlorine dissolves in water to form an acidic solution. Chlorine, as you know, it always dissolves in water to form an acidic solution. But most of the non-metals do not come in reaction with water. When the solution is placed in sunlight or heated, oxygen is liberated by hydrochloric acid in lag behind. So we can talk about chlorine. Two molecules of chlorine, when it comes in combination with water, what happens is that under sunlight, what happens? It forms hydrochloric acid, four molecules of hydrochloric acid, and oxygen is liberated. So, in this way, the reaction takes place when the non-metals like chlorine comes on reaction with chlorine. Now, the second one that I have discussed regarding the chlorine is a non-metal. When it comes in reaction with water, it forms an acid, that is hydrochloric acid, with the liberation of oxygen. Now we are going to discuss displacement of one non-metal by another from a salt. So, like metals, non-metals also differ in their reactivities. This is better observed among elements with similar properties, which are said to form a family. For example, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, all these are those elements which constitutes the halogen family. Among the common halogens, you can see chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Chlorine is the most active, bromine is less than the chlorine, and iodine is considered as the least. So chlorine displaces bromine and iodine from the solutions of sodium bromide and sodium iodide. Now students, we are going to discuss uses of metals. Metals are used for various purposes. For example, you know copper wires. These are used for making electric wires. Okay, iron, you know, it is again used as it is tough, strong, and cheap. It is used for making tools, machines, agricultural equipments, and many other things in household constructions. Iron, aluminium, and copper are also used in making different utensils. Likewise, you can see the only metallic element, that is mercury. It is used in thermometers as it is not sticky and it is a good conductor of heat as well. So it is used in thermometers. Likewise, we have many different uses of the metals. Now, if we discuss about the uses of non-metals, the non-metals are again used for different purposes. For example, oxygen. Oxygen, as you all know, it is used by us. We breathe in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So, without oxygen, we can say that we are not able to survive. Oxygen, it helps us to be alive. We need this oxygen for respiration. All combustion processes needs oxygen. That means if you need to burn anything, you need oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, you will not be able to burn it. So all the combustion processes needs oxygen. Without oxygen, it will be quite impossible to burn things. With acetylene, oxygen is used in oxyacetylene torches to cut and weld metals. It is required for the extraction of metals from the ores and for the production of steel from iron itself. Liquid oxygen is again used to burn rocket fuels. You know, most of the rockets which are used to lift upwards, oxygen is required as a fuel. So the oxygen which is required as a fuel in oxygen is liquid oxygen. It is used as a liquid. So these are some of the uses of the non-metal oxygen. Secondly, you have got nitrogen. It is also another non-metal. It is used to manufacture proteins in the case of plants. Liquid nitrogen is also used to preserve blood, corneas, or other donated organs. You know, many a times people used to donate organs of their body, like lungs, sometimes eyes or hearts, or you can see say the kidneys or blood and all. Okay, all these things are stored in or preserved in liquid nitrogen. Due to its inertness, it is used for filling food packages also. Nitrogen gases are used to fill food packages because these foods they may get spoiled. To prevent the food from getting spoiled, these nitrogen gases are filled in most of the food packages. For example, the Uncle chips or the other different chips that you buy from the market. Okay, these are often filled with some gas. This is why you can see that when you touch it, you feel that some gas are inside. So the gas that is filled inside the chips packets are nothing but the nitrogen gas. Not only in chips packets, it is filled in many other food packets to prevent the food from getting spoiled. It is used in the manufacture of ammonia and urea. This ammonia and urea, these are some fertilizers, okay, which are used for growing the plants well. Okay, as a nutrient, it is used to let the plants grow well. So this nitrogen is used in the manufacture of ammonia and urea. Thirdly, you have got carbon. Carbon is also another non-metal which is of very important use. Okay, charcoal and lamp black are non-crystalline forms of carbon. You can see charcoal. Okay, it is black in color. These are non-crystalline forms of carbon. It is found in crystalline forms in two different things, that is diamond and graphite, which have the following uses. You can see diamond, it is used as a gem for cutting rocks or glasses. Often the glasses or rocks are cut using this diamond. It is even used as an ornament, as a jewelry for making rings or necklaces and all. Okay, graphite is a good conductor of electricity and is therefore used as an electrode. You can see, you might have seen the batteries. Okay, if you break the and open the battery, you can find a black rod inside. So the black blur that you find inside the batteries, okay, these are nothing but metal graphite. So we can call such batteries as lead storage batteries. Okay, as it is a good conductor of electricity. Graphites are again used as a good lubricant. So sometimes what happens is that it is used for joining broken parts of machines or many other things. Graphite is also used for in the manufacture of pencils, the lead pencils that you are using for writing. Okay, this black color thing that you find inside the pencil is nothing but it is made of graphite. So these are some of the uses of carbon. Okay, nextly we have got sulfur. Sulfur is another non-metal. Okay, this yellow solid has several uses. That means sulfur is always available in yellow color. Okay, it is used in the manufacture of dyes, matches, fireworks, and gunpowder. It is used in many medicines as a fungicide to kill harmful fungi. It is also used to treat rubber and to manufacture sulfuric acids. Chlorine is again another non-metal which is used in the manufacture of useful plastic or PVC and PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. Chlorine is also used in the manufacture of hydrochloric acid. It is used in the manufacture of pesticides like gamexide. Okay, it is used to disinfect water. Most of the supply plants that we have in your locality. Okay, these are what the waters which are collected from various water bodies like rivers, lakes, and all. Okay, so after the water is collected, it has to be treated with different medicines to make the water pure. So to kill the germs present in the water, chlorine is often used in the supply concept. Okay, it is used to disinfect water as it always kills the germs. Okay, iodine is another non-metal. It is used in what? Salts. Okay, it is often added up with salts to prevent us from suffering from a disease known as goiter. Okay, iodine is an antiseptic. A solution of iodine is alcohol. Okay, it's known as tincture of iodine. So, the presence of iodine in petroleum jelly gives relief from pain. That means it is used in what? Jellies or balms and all. The balms that you are using as jandu balms and all. It is often added up with it and it helps in giving relief from pains and all. In the form of compound, it is used as iodine salt. I have already said it is always added up with salts to let us prevent from a disease called goiter. So these are some of the uses of iodine. And lastly, we have got the normal gas elements that are hydrogen, helium, lithium, radium, and boron. Okay. You can see helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. These are some of the normal gas elements. Okay. So as these normal gas elements are non-reactive in nature, these are always used to keep balance. Balance, as you know, when we spin out with these gases like helium and all, what happens is that when you leave the balloon from your hands after blowing, it used to move upwards. So this is a result of what? Helium gas. Okay, this period base is will be balanced to let a balloon drift upwards. Neon is again used for illumination. It glows in orange red in advertising signs. Most of the disco bulbs and all. But what happens is that we happen to see in television sometimes. That means the lights gives different colors. So the different colors that you are able to find producing from the lights is because of the use of neon. Okay, neon gas is kept in such bulbs. Argon is again used to keep electric bulbs. Some of the electric bulbs are again filled with argon gas. Okay, when it is mixed with a little mercury vapor, it glows green in advertisement signs. That means when it is filled with mercury, okay, little of mercury in electric bulbs, what happens? It gives green color. So that's all. With this, your chapter metals and non-metals gets over. If you have any queries, you can call me and I shall clarify your doubts. Hope you all have understood well. With this, my class gets over. Thank you. Have a nice day.